Welcome to Edge of a Nation.
They go in the ocean too. Something over there too.
Welcome to Edge of a Nation, and on this episode we focus on Miami sector. What you guys might know of the nightlife of Miami, we go to show you the illegal immigration and the drug issues that they have currently from the water to the land.
So when they press the cocaine, they stamp it.
We are with the Dania station in the Miami sector. We're going to go check out what it's like on the road. It's kind of going to be different from the boats, and so I'm excited to kind of see how the traffic works out here. Every sector has kind of a different kind of culture. Every sector has a different kind of traffic, and so this is a first for me to see how Miami does it. The Miami sector is like not talked about often in the Border Patrol, but it's considered like the retirement station dream, you know, but you never hear about the traffic.
I think we have perception and we have reality. So when it comes to Miami sector, we're not retirement, especially when it comes to Dania Beach, because, and at least here, we're responsible for 3 counties. We do highway, we got maritime smuggling events, we do boats, we respond to OA calls, we do prosecution seizures. I mean, to be a Dania Beach or Miami sector employee, you gotta be very independent. You know, the bigger sectors, Tucson, El Paso, San Diego, there's a lot of automation in those type of sectors. And then you got the CPCs, you got the prosecutions agent, you got, you know, a processing team, you got a highway team. Here, I mean, you really don't know what you're gonna come to work every day and show up and do, because the assignments are all over the place. You know what I mean? We might have a bunch of bodies in custody, or we might have a landing that just occurred and we respond to that. Or, you know, like most recently we had an Air Marine shot engines out of a vessel, and that vessel crashed on one of the keys, so we're responding to that. So you're pushing sign and stuff that you've never seen before. It's mangroves. I mean, you're pretty much submerging your whole body underwater, coming up, looking for sign when you see a little bit of mud. And yeah, it's a whole different animal out here. And I think that with you guys coming out here and kind of, you know, showing what we do here in Miami sector, kind of maybe dispel some of the rumors that it's retirement. It's not retirement, and myself included. I was pretty surprised about how much action we get over here, especially, I mean, just the highway alone. I mean, you can work something on this every day, so it's really good in that regard. Because I mean, you know, I had 14 years in, so I didn't want to come here and retire. I wanted to be busy, and Miami is the place to do that. I think it's a sector that could use more manpower because work is there. Our AOR is massive. So right here we got US Federal 1. This highway is a major north-south thoroughfare in Miami-Dade, Broward, well, actually all the state of Florida. And it's one that we use predominantly to patrol. It's this one, and then just east of us you got A1A, which is, I mean, basically like the ocean right there, Atlantic Ocean. So between these two highways, this is pretty much where we're working predominantly. We conducted a records checks on this vehicle with our dispatch. Came back that they registered the vehicle with a Guatemalan passport. They don't have a driver's license, and there's nothing on file, which would show that they've never been encountered by immigration. The common tactic used here around is no driver's license, but they're still able to register the vehicles in the state of Florida. They have to upload their documentation, which here is the Guatemalan passport, to go ahead and register that vehicle. So that's all we have right now. We're 95 north right now. I'm gonna call from our agent to head this way.
95 north.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not stopped yet, but I'll put it on tower.
Okay.
All right.
10 4.
Thanks. 220 Be 26 with that vehicle. We'll be just off I-95 north. We'll be the Cypress Creek Road east exit. Hey, can you roll this one down too? Go back here. Hey, how's it going, U.S. Border Patrol?
You speak English or Spanish? Little English? You want me to speak in English or Spanish?
Spanish.
Okay. Somos agente de federal de inmigración. ¿De qué país es usted de ciudadano?
Guatemalteco.
Guatemala. ¿Y usted? Los dos guatemaltecos. Ok. ¿Tú tienes documentos para estar en los Estados Unidos legalmente? No. ¿Y usted? ¿Los dos están ilegal en los Estados Unidos?
Sí.
Ok. Apaga el motor, por favor. Ok. Deme las llaves. Unas llaves. Ok. ¿Y ven conmigo? Démelo. Gracias. Ya, mero. Gracias. ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Su celular? ¿Dónde está? Ok. ¿En la bolsa? Foto. So today we were conducting highway enforcement operations in Broward County. We work all the major thoroughfares here to include interstates 595, 95, 75, and some of the major state routes. We're over there on State Route 7 today in the city of Hollywood. We're traveling northbound when I observed a vehicle, a white and color pickup truck, this one right here, the Chevy Silverado. Conducted record checks on the vehicle. It came back to a citizen of Guatemala who has registered multiple vehicles in the state of Florida. She registered all those vehicles with a Guatemalan passport. The record checks revealed furthermore that she did not have any legal status to remain in the United States. So at that point, we continued to follow the vehicle from State Route 7 to 595, and then eventually to 95 northbound. Continued following the vehicle. It eventually exited on Cypress Creek Road, exit 33. Conducted a vehicle stop on it. I approached the vehicle, identified myself as U.S. Border Patrol agent, and from there, conducted an immigration inspection. Both occupants of the vehicle were citizens of Guatemala who did not have any documentation to be legally in the United States. Passport. 2 passports. It's probably them. ¿Los pasaportes tuyos? ¿Los dos?
Sí.
Ok. ¿Y usted también? ¿No?
No.
¿Quién es?
¿Yo?
¿Los dos?
Sí.
Ah, ok. ¿Tú tienes pasaporte? ¿En el camión?
No, no tiene nada.
¿No? ¿No tiene nada contigo? Ok. ¿Ha sido arrestado antes por la policía? ¿Usted?
Me agarró migración hace...
¿En migración? ¿Y usted? ¿Primera vez? Ok. ¿So segunda vez?
Sí.
Ok.
So what we just witnessed was Agent Mazur identifying a vehicle to have suspicious characteristics, something that he's very familiar with, something that the area is very familiar with. And when he went to go pull them over, he was able to identify that they are both illegal here in this country illegally. And so he arrested both of them, put them in the back of the vehicle, and continued to do his search of the vehicle for any other contraband.
I might grab that. So we're gonna bring both subjects back to the station. We'll enroll their fingerprints and their biometric capture of their face. One of the subjects stated to me that it was his second apprehension. So we'll go from there with that. Looking like it'll probably be a re-entry. So that'll be a prosecution case right there. And then the second subject, he stated to me it was his first time he was apprehended. So with him, we'll process him as a warrant of arrest, notice to appear, WANTA. And then once we're done with the processing, we will request bed space with ICRO. And then they'll kind of determine whether or not to house both subjects. If the prosecution is accepted on the first one that he's a re-entry, he'll be turned over to the U.S. Marshals, and he'll have an arraignment from there. And we'll proceed forward with a prosecution case. So we'll be in contact with the Department of Justice, the Assistant United States Attorney. And that's pretty much it.
We have the proceso coordinators getting ready to process them with the proper disposition.
Not all encounters are the same. The following body cam worn footage is two different events in the Miami sector.
Ábreme la puerta. Sí. Va a estar arrestado por inmigración. So, le vamos a llevar a procesar a la estación. Pásame su teléfono. Salga, señor, por favor. Then we have 3 runners. Yeah, Delta 19, I'm gonna be 10-15 times 1. 2 outstandings, 2 runners. ¡Párate ahí! ¡Párate ahí! ¡Párate ahí! Te dije que te paras. Ay, si te agarro te voy a escuchar. Si te agarro te voy a escuchar. Ven acá. Ven acá. Ponte ahí. Siéntate. Siéntate. Siéntate ahí. Dame la mano.
Un poco de agua, por favor.
¿Dónde eres tu ciudadano?
Normal.
¿No traes tus documentos para estar aquí?
Un poco de agua, güey.
¿Ah? ¿No traes tus documentos para estar aquí legalmente? ¿Tienes? No. Ok. Estamos a arresto, ¿viste?
It takes courage to navigate the unknown, instincts to detect and prevent threats in real time, and discipline to rise to the occasion every day. It takes the strength to stand up for what is right, the ambition to go beyond the comfort zone. Some aren't up to the challenge, but we are. Do you have what it takes?
Out here, you're dealing with the maritime environment, dealing with vessels that come from abroad, either Bahamas, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and these vessels, they could carry from 10 to 20 migrants on board, and then more likely you have a smuggler, which is the person driving the boat, and they could charge them, if they come from Cuba, they could charge them from 10 to 15,000 a head.
So the supervisor Mazer just got a call, said there's a couple boat landings happening right now. It's about 3 hours away from here, so we're gonna hop on a bus, head over there and show you that side of the Miami sector, what that's all about. Here we go.
So we're currently in the Maritime Border Patrol Station in Maritime, Florida Keys. We just apprehended over 30 Cuban immigrants. They came on a rustic vessel down in Key West area. Went and picked them up. It was a mixture of adult males, adult females, and family, children, unaccompanied children. Total, I want to say 33 people. We're in the process of taking out their fingerprints, DNA samples, photos to check everybody's immigration history, if they have any. If not, now they're in the system. Iris scans, photo scans, everything goes in there. And then from there, we proceed to try to identify if they have family members, continue with the immigration casework. Originally, they came out of Cuba. I was told it took them about 16 hours on a rustic vessel. Rustic vessel is either a commercial vessel that they might have taken or a boat that they hand built. It takes them on average about anywhere from 16 hours to several days up to a week, depending on what area of the Keys they land in. Sometimes they have GPS devices or compasses to let them know how to get here. Sometimes they just go with the Gulf Stream from Cuba. If they get lucky to catch the Gulf Stream, it's a little easier to get here. And they usually land anywhere from Key West to Key Largo to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and on. Last year, around this time, it was very busy. Around the beginning of 2023, we were getting 3-4 landings a day. A landing, it could be anywhere from 10 people to 100 people. Usually the bigger numbers come from Haiti. From Cuba, we can get anywhere from 3 people at a time to 20 or 30, depending on the size of the vessel. 2 days ago, we had another landing up in Isla Morada, and it was 3 Cuban immigrants coming from Cuba on a raft. They paddled all the way from Cuba. They told me it took them 3 days.
There's also some of the differences that happen here by the Key West area is that there's a lot of boat landings, but not even that. There's also drugs that wash up on shore. They were supposed to be delivered in some way, shape, or form, and either the vessel was damaged or the original packaging was damaged. And these packages are normally shaped or packaged in kilo-sized elements and identified to who they're supposed to be delivering them to.
Wash-ups it could be anything from contraband to suspected narcotics that they literally wash up to shore. Either Good Samaritans or other agencies will find them and they contact us to dispose of them properly. It could be marijuana, mostly cocaine down here. We can get kilos, we can get bundles, it varies.
This is a highly active location for boat landings. We're far south as we can be in the Florida area of operations, in the Miami area of operations, but we're so far down in Florida that the Keys is a different way of working, and it's something that the rest of the Border Patrol doesn't necessarily have to deal with, and so it's kind of cool. And tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to head out into the boats and show you a little closer of what this looks like. What we're going to be doing now is getting onto the Border Patrol boat and showing you what it's like out here in the Miami sector. Sometimes they are able to go out there and see some boats that are filled with migrants trying to cross or trying to get into this country, and sometimes not. So come with me as we get on a boat. We were going out to Biscayne Bay. There was a vessel that went by us that had about 6 or so drums of what looks like fuel, which in this case seemed to be questionable. So we're now going to go to that boat and check it out, take a closer look. Yeah.
Yes, Border Patrol, how you guys doing today? Any weapons on board, anything like that? Any weapons on board, anything like that? Where you guys coming from?
Dropping traps.
Oh, dropping traps?
Yeah.
Everybody on board are United States citizens? Yeah, what's in those drums right here?
Rope.
Oh, rope. Yeah, I was in the Keys for a little bit. I remember I was stationed down there. All right, sounds good, man. You guys look legit, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day, all right? All right, no problem. We were just doing a vessel check. That's typically what they use, those type of fishing vessels to smuggle. Because if they have people, those type of cuddy cabin, because if they have people in certain areas, we won't be able to see it, right? So this guy, lobster season is about to start, and they were just dropping traps. So we authorized to do like a vessel check, like a document check on a vessel. So that's what we did. We talked to those guys. Due to my experience, I'm familiar with the lobster business. So they were just laying the traps, and when season comes, they're gonna have a lot of lobster in the trap, and there's an identifier to telling other people not to mess with those traps. Because if you get caught by FWC, Fish and Wildlife, stealing other people's traps, that's a big fine in the state of Florida. So I determined these guys were legit. Everybody confirmed that they were U.S. citizens. I didn't see any further need to board the boat, and that's basically how it's done out here. Awesome. So if we see something else that looks good, it looks like there's another one. A lot of those traps are coming in, so we're probably gonna see a lot of those today, just coming in from dropping the traps, just bringing the boat back to bay. So, because lobster season is about to start. This is your normal fishing boat. This is the type of stuff these guys will use for fishing. You see all of them got those drums, dropping their traps. Every now and then, some of those guys could be what you call domicile illegal. So if we go to one of those shacks, we're gonna do one, and one of them probably turned up to be like some type of overstay or something like that. Like if we see a boat with more than 7 people, we probably do a pool boarding to give you guys the experience of what we do out here, and then and we'll go from there.
So I saw some camera footage of you getting onto a boat, and there was a ton of Haitians. Can you tell us about that interdiction?
Yeah, we got a call from Miami-Dade for assistance. They stopped a vessel at Biscayne Bay. My partner and I responded.
What's happening here? So I got a call from Homestead AMO about this boat. We stopped it. Then searched one of the rooms. We're up to 32 so far. My guys are clearing the other room. These are the 2 operators. They didn't want us to search any of the rooms, but whatever. We went in there and did our thing, and they're up to 32. 2 of the people are complaining of severe abdominal pain. I got the fireboat coming for 2 of them. Okay?
Yeah, we can search everything now.
Yeah. Do you have anything? We got 32. 30? Yeah.
First of all, I'm the United States Border Patrol. We enforce immigration law, anything that have to do with smuggling, narcotics, illegal contraband people. We investigate that, right? So that's why we here. Hey, how you guys doing?
Busy.
Yeah, looks like it.
What's going on, sir?
What's happening?
Got about 32. That's 20.
So far 24, and there's more in that front deck there.
Oh, yeah.
Coming down so I can talk to these guys real quick. Oh, sorry. Hey, tout le monde en forme?
Well, they're gonna have to take him. They gotta do the RCT call first. Oh, okay, yeah. You guys taking everybody, right?
Even the smugglers, right?
Even the smugglers, right?
Okay.
So what we were thinking is we were going to wait until we have PFDs for everyone. And move everybody at one time.
One chance, okay?
How often does that happen, or does that occur here in the Miami sector?
This is a common practice, common occurrence. I was stationed in the Maritime station for the last 7 years, and we've dealt with a lot of landing involving Haitian national. One of the biggest one was 450 Haitian in Key Largo, Ocean Reef.
We're going to dock at the house.
All right. Yeah, this is Stillville, right at Biscayne Bay. In the past, the smugglers would just drop the load right here, like a cocaine load, and someone else from inside, they would go back to wherever they come from, and then someone else will come and pick it up and continue on with their business. So that's one of the area right within the Biscayne Bay. Right here is open water. Where you see that red little thing right here, all the way in the back, that's the demarcation line. As per AMO policy, we're not allowed to go beyond that because we inland water, right? Inland riverine unit. So
We just spent a few hours on the boat seeing what it's like for the Miami sector, and it's definitely a very different type of work than I'm used to from Arizona to Texas. This right here, if you're thinking about joining the Border Patrol, I promise you, this is a very interesting area of operations that not only has the water, the land, but also Miami in the background. Those of you guys who are thinking about it, I highly recommend it.